everyone, and welcome back to the Sandbag TCG channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make trading cards, or at least prototypes or proxies, just with some school supplies. Now I just want to start with the reason I'm making this video, which is, you can actually get a lot of tutorials on how to make cards, and it's really all over the internet if you look for it, but a lot of methods will use cardstock, which is really good, but I know, at least in my experience, my printer doesn't print on cardstock, and I don't feel like buying cardstock. It's not really like a household item exactly, or at least in my experience. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make cards with some more household items. So first we're just going to go over what supplies you'll need to see if this matters to you. So you'll need scissors. These might look funny, but they're basically scissors. This you don't actually need, but for me, my glue does not come out properly, so I do use a popsicle stick like thing. And then you'll need index cards. I'm just going to be showing how to make one card because it's all the same for more cards, so I just have one index card. Then you're going to need your design. However you make your design, what I do is I design my cards on a website called Dextrous, and then I basically I have a printer, print it on just normal paper, and yeah, so these are my designs. Let's get started. So then the last thing you'll need is glue, and you can literally just use like Elmer's washable school glue. This is multi-purpose glue, but you can just use Elmer's school glue if you are legitimately looking just to use school supplies. So because my thing doesn't work to come out from this, I just will open the bottle. But I'm not going to use the glue yet, because first I'm going to need to actually cut out a card. So I can just take these scissors, and we'll just make a Terran drone. And if you're wondering how I printed this, I basically took my card templates and just put them on a Google Doc and just printed the Google Doc, because yeah, it's not actually surprisingly simple. So to make sure that I'm cutting out this pretty well, you don't have to be that precise because you are actually going to cut it out again later, but you do want to make sure that you're not cutting off any of the card, of course. And then this index card, I use a 5x3 index card, and it's a lot bigger than it needs to be. So what I do is I just take it and I cut it roughly in half. And then I like to just have a plain white card back. You could, if you wanted to, have a card back for your game and just print it on a piece of paper and glue it onto the other side. So yeah, you could literally just take it, your card back and paste it onto the other side of this index card. But I think a white card back isn't that bad, especially for a prototype. It's pretty chill actually, and I just think that makes my life easier, so I do it that way. And then I'm going to take this glue, and I'm going to make sure that I'm gluing onto the non-white side since I want the white card back. And I will just, get some glue to apply. And I'm not going to explain the math, but there actually is basically a mathematical way of explaining this. You only need 4 spots to be glued, and those should be the 4 corners of your card. Now, I'm not going to glue the 4 corners of this index card because this card is smaller than my half index card. So I'll just put them, in a few different spots, so I can just put a little bit of glue on the card, this away, and then I can just take this card, glue it onto here, and I try to line it up well so that so that the card can be, pretty accurate. Then I just push it down. And usually if I was making a lot of cards, I'd then let this dry for a really long time. But because I'm just making one card right now, trying to line this up properly, I won't let it dry for too long. But in an actual real life situation, I would definitely recommend to let it dry for a pretty long time, because then it'll just be having a stronger bond. So we'll just wait a little bit. While we're waiting, if you are interested in the Sandbag card game, I will have a link to a Discord server and a website down below. And if you have any questions, you can comment down below. I'm not super experienced, but feel free. Let's see. So this seems to be pretty, I definitely don't want glue on my table. If you spill any glue, try to get it off as fast as possible. So now I can just try to cut right perfectly on the border. And what I've experienced is that if you cut somewhere where there's not both index card and paper, it gets to be pretty uncomfortable. So you want to make sure that you're cutting where there's both index card and paper, or else there will be some problems. So I make sure that I'm cutting on a spot where there is index card. Yes, I'm going to end up cutting off a little bit of the card template, but that's fine. There you go. You now have a card, and it's nice. It's pretty strong. And once you have a bunch of these, they shuffle nicely. So yeah, pretty easy with some school supplies. You have a card.